Where's that fun size? Today, we're going to be making popsicles. Now, I love eating popsicles, but I never remember to throw these wrappers away. So to solve that problem, I'm going to make my own popsicles. For this, we're going to need strawberry banana juice, pineapples, coconut milk, sugar, and strawberries. First, we're going to make some strawberry banana popsicles. First thing we're going to do is get the blender out. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to mash these strawberries up because we want a nice chunky bite to our popsicles. Alright, so you kind of want them small, but not too small. Kind of like that. Then, all we're going to do is add our juice. Alright, I like using V8 Fusion because then you get vegetables in with your popsicles. Now I'm just going to give this a quick stir because we don't want to blend this anymore. This just makes it easier to pour into our molds. Alright, if you can't find popsicle molds, because sometimes they're hard to find, or maybe it's out of season, then what I like to use is you can just take a Dixie cup, and we found these nice bamboo fork, and you can just pour it in, put one fork in the middle, another fork up against it, just to hold it up, otherwise it's just going to fall over. Next, we're going to be making a Piña Colada popsicle. For that, we're going to have to go back to the stove. Alright, so we're going to make a simple syrup out of the pineapple juice and the sugar. Alright, you're just going to stir it until the sugar dissolves. Alright, once the sugar's dissolved enough, we're just going to let it simmer for a little bit. Alright, once that's simmered for a couple minutes, we're going to add some coconut milk to it. I'm also going to add a little bit of pineapple chunks. Alright, after that's gone for a little while, we're going to try to mash up the pineapple chunks. Alright, now that it's done cooking, I'm going to add a little bit more coconut milk. Now, because I stink at pouring, I'm going to put this into a measuring cup to make it easier to pour into the molds. Since this is really hot, I don't want to pour it directly into my plastic popsicle molds, so I'm going to let it sit out for a couple minutes so it'll cool down. Alright, so we let this sit for about 10 minutes, and now it's cold enough so it's not going to melt the plastic. Same thing as last time, hopefully poured better. So, because I wasn't getting any of the chunks, I just grabbed a slotted spoon so that I can get some of the chunks, but not too much more of the liquid. Alright, now for adults, we're going to make these real Piña Coladas. Yeah, some Malibu. I don't know why I always tend to shake it, but I do. I'm just going to pour a little bit into each mold. If you don't have two different style molds like I do, to tell the difference between adult popsicles and kid popsicles, you can grab a rubber band and put it around the base of one, and that way you'll know which one is for adults and which one's for kids. Now that we have our popsicles in the molds, we're going to move them to the freezer, and we'll check on them again tomorrow to see if they're frozen. Alright, so the popsicles have been in the freezer for about a day. All we have left to do is pop them out of the mold and eat. Alright, if you're having problems popping them out of the mold, just let them sit on the counter for a couple minutes, or just run them under hot water and they'll pop right out. For this recipe and more, visit us at readysetflambé.org. While you're there, you can follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Join us next week when Aric makes a special St. Patrick's Day dessert.